down, or let's pretend that we're all together. Don't we miss the kids? We miss the kids. Hey, kids, good to see you all. Thanks for tuning in live from St. John's. We're going to have a children's circle today. When the big kids hear the gospel today, they're going to be hearing a story about Jesus and a coin. Jesus is going to be given a coin, and he's going to talk about what's on that coin. And that got me thinking about some times with my grandfather. And you might wonder, well, what in the world do those two things go together? Well, let me tell you. I spent a lot of time with my grandfather, with my beloved Pop-Pop, when I was a little kid, about your ages, somewhere around 5 years old or so. I would wait until my Pop-Pop worked on the railroad, and he would come home with a big bag of change that was in his pocket. And he'd get out his change bag, and he always had a change cup by his bed. He'd put all of his change in the change cup. Just like that. Did you hear that? There's a lot of change in there. And one of the things Pop-Pop would have me do, he would say, now, come on up here, and we'd hop on Pop-Pop's bed, and we would count the change. We would count the change. So maybe what you kids can do is take a moment, go find some change, go find some pennies, some nickels, some dimes, some quarters, get the big stuff. So what we would do, Pop-Pop and I would just sort out the different kinds of money. And that's how I learned how to count. It was always cool being with my Pop-Pop. We would count pennies, have to sort them. Then we count nickels. And you can do this at home on the table. If you have a desk, you can do it on the floor. We got pennies, we got nickels, we got dimes, we got quarters. You can sort out the different kinds of money. He taught me how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He taught me different types of money. He also taught me how to read a little bit. Because he would say, Pop-Pop would say, now look at the coin. Now I gotta say, my eyes were better then than they are today. So, plus this shield. He would say, look at the coin. And I would look at the coin, like say I was looking at a quarter. And if you look at a quarter now, you can see that there's George Washington on the front. But I'm going to ask you to flip it over on the back, what we call the back here. And I know that somewhere on there are the words, actually it's right beside Washington's, look, right, on a quarter, right underneath Washington's chin. And it says 4 words. The 4 words that they say, and I know the adults know that, so the adults, you can whisper this, you know. The adults, what are the 4 words underneath Washington's chin? Yeah, if you can't hear them, they're saying, in God we trust. In God we trust. My Pop-Pop also taught me not only how to count and to read, but he also said, and Paul, he didn't call me Pastor Paul. He just said, and now grandson Paul, this is a good time for you to remember that you are a child of God. And so, this is a good time for all of us to remember that we are children of God. And it is in God that we trust. Even though we're coming through a monitor or a phone, we can certainly continue to pray. We're always connected in the Spirit through prayer. So you remember how we always pray. Let's pray. Okay. The adults are going to help. Dear Lord, Thank you for creating us in your image. Thank you for being with us all times. Help us to remember you at all times too. In God we trust.